didn't land here by accident. This moment was written for you. Something in your spirit has been stirring, hasn't it? You've been feeling the shift, sensing that something bigger is moving beneath the surface. That inner tension, the sleepless nights, the sudden clarity, they're not random. They're spiritual signals. And now, you're here. That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. This message is different. It's not just content. It's a divine wake-up call, a personal summons to rise higher, to see clearer, and to prepare deeper. The world may be distracted, but you've been chosen to stay awake, to stay ready, and to lead from within the storm. You're not just another soul passing through. You're part of something sacred, something powerful. So, lean in, lock in, because what's coming next isn't just a shift, it's a separation, and you are made to stand out in it. Those who carry deep spiritual sensitivity will already feel it stirring, an unmistakable pull in the soul that whispers, "This is meant for you." And those who know won't walk away, because something within you recognizes the weight of this moment, and it won't let you ignore it. Before we move further, pause and take a symbolic action of agreement. Interact with this message not as a viewer, but as a vessel. Tap the like button as a declaration of readiness. Join our spiritual circle by subscribing and help us reach thousands more whose time is drawing near. Then leave the number 55 in the comments, a frequency code for divine timing and alignment. This isn't about routine, it's about resonance. Stay locked in. What comes next carries the clarity you've been waiting for. Miss it, and you may miss the shift that was designed to open everything. This is your moment. Hit subscribe now and step into something greater. Don't miss out. Now, listen closely. A sacred disruption is rising, an unseen surge that's preparing to sweep through the collective. It's not just a seasonal change, it's a full spiritual recalibration, a reordering, a clearing. If you've been sensing chaos, detachment, or urgency in your spirit, this is why. What's ahead will not leave things as they are. You must anchor yourself now, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because what's approaching will demand internal stability. This isn't a call to fear, it's a call to awareness. When the environment around you starts shaking, only those with rooted awareness will stand tall. If you feel the abundance of divine love filling your heart, now is the perfect time to share it. By clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $100 or more, you can help spread God's blessings far and wide. Your offering will not only touch your own life, but also reach countless souls through this platform. Each of you holds a sacred place in God's magnificent plan, and your generosity will be the answer to many prayers. Take action now. Share your blessings to honor His kingdom, for you were created to accomplish even greater works through His loving hands. May God's grace be with you. Don't be fooled into thinking this preparation is about external security. This is an inward alignment, a deliberate act of synchronizing your essence with the divine current that is unfolding. It's about fortifying your discernment, clearing mental clutter, and listening deeply to that quiet inner voice that's been guiding you long before this moment arrived. What's being revealed now will not wait. The invitation is to rise while others sleep, to attune while others ignore. Every second matters. What's coming will not knock twice. Once the transition is in motion, there is no reversing it. So hold the line, stay awake, and let nothing distract you from what your soul already knows is true. There are individuals walking this earth right now who've been activated for something far beyond the visible. If this resonates, It means you're not here by chance. You've been marked by divine timing to engage with a shift that surpasses ordinary understanding. While much of the world continues its cycle, unaware, those attuned to the call will experience a different kind of unfolding. A rise not just in awareness, but in spiritual responsibility. Transformation of this scale doesn't come quietly. It requires those chosen to endure friction and pressure, not as punishment, but as the final stretch before emergence. Elevation comes through refinement. The changes ahead are not here to shake you. They're here to reveal you. This reset is not about escaping reality. It's about seeing through it. What defines the awakened isn't comfort, but clarity. While others may drift in noise and confusion, those anchored in higher truth will notice a complete reorientation of perception. Energies that once weighed heavy will fall away. Patterns of fear and distortion will unravel. What remains is alignment with something infinitely clearer. This shift doesn't arrive as a whisper. It announces itself through internal realignment and external change, shaking loose everything built on false ground. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Imagine not destruction, but recalibration. Not an end, but an initiation. A spiritual untangling that clears space for something unfiltered and sacred to arrive. The path won't be smooth, but it will be sacred. Every part of the process is necessary to prepare the atmosphere for what must rise next. It's not meant to be easy. It's meant to be transformative. As this global inner awakening unfolds, the signs will multiply. Sensory perception will deepen. Emotional frequencies will heighten. Environments will feel unfamiliar, not because they've changed, but because you have. This is not chaos. This is divine structure, clearing the path for a higher order to take form. Those who are spiritually awake will already feel the pressure building in unseen spaces. A profound realignment is underway, and while it will sweep across all, its effect will resonate differently for those attuned to the call. For some, it will be a rising clarity, a pull into deeper meaning and direction. For others, it will expose the internal fractures long left unhealed. But make no mistake, this isn't random. What's unfolding is both a test and a gift, meant to shake loose what no longer belongs and usher in the next level of consciousness. This movement won't arrive softly. It will challenge comfort. It will require honesty. It will press on the edges of your identity. But within that pressure is transformation. It's not about fear, it's about formation. The old version of yourself can't survive in what's coming, and that's the point. You're being refined, elevated, shaped for something far greater than routine existence. This expansion will demand more from you, but it will also reveal more of you, your strength, your purpose, your divine alignment. As the intensity increases, spiritual discernment becomes essential. Without inner stability, even divine power can feel overwhelming. Protection in this time is not about retreat, it's about preparation. Strengthen your connection to the source. Center your mind in truth. Surround yourself with energy that uplifts rather than drains. You are not meant to shrink in this. It's your moment to be fortified, to become clear, to stand firm in who you've been becoming. This isn't about building barriers or hiding from the shift. It's about deepening your connection to what's real. Let yourself be guided by insight rather than impulse. Allow your soul to remain open, but guarded by wisdom. You are capable of handling the magnitude of what's arriving. And when you do, You won't just endure it, you'll embody it. Your presence will light the path for others, not through perfection, but through power earned in the sacred fire of transformation. Some have been internally stirred long before the visible signs arrived, those with hearts trained to detect shifts beyond the surface. For them, this sacred moment comes not as a surprise, but as confirmation. A higher calibration is taking place, one that calls for a dismantling of all that weighs down the soul. Unspoken heaviness, reactive emotions, and energetic noise are being brought into the open, not to shame, but to release. The atmosphere is clearing, not for the sake of absence, but to make room for clarity and divine intention. This process will likely stretch you. The internal unraveling may feel unsettling, as the weight of past emotional residue surfaces, but it is not chaos, it's refinement. It's a sacred purging. Each inner disruption is preparation. You are being cleared not because you are broken, but because what is coming next cannot be carried by old weight. Spiritual renewal demands space, and space requires surrender. What's being asked of you now is not passive acceptance, but active alignment. This moment calls for engagement, not waiting, but responding. The shift will not wait for anyone to be ready. Your role is to position yourself in trust, in readiness, in full cooperation with what is being set in motion. You are not being swept along. You are being commissioned. This call isn't quiet. It's forceful. It's not a suggestion. It's a declaration. Rise and step fully into what has been placed within you. Fear, hesitation, or self-doubt must be left behind. When your actions reflect divine direction, doors open, and what once blocked you dissolves in the presence of clarity. Everyone will feel this energetic movement, but not all will navigate it the same. Those who've cultivated inner strength through spiritual awareness will rise with precision and power. They've been made ready through their journey, refined in silence, fortified in faith. Their time is now. Others, still detached from alignment, may struggle to interpret what's unfolding. This is not punishment. It is the difference between preparation and resistance. The shift honors those who have said yes before it even began. Those with heightened inner awareness have already begun to sense it. The air around them feels charged with meaning, and their inner pace is no longer aligned with the old rhythms. They are not here by accident. This moment was shaped by intentional steps, cultivated faith, and an unwavering commitment to something deeper. But this readiness is not exclusive. Anyone willing to shed the false layers and align with higher truth can step into this unfolding. The invitation is open. The preparation is the path. This transformation won't remain a silent undercurrent. What is coming will move beyond subtle feelings. It will be echoed outward, visible in reality itself. The divine will not whisper through this shift. It will move boldly through the visible and the tangible. The atmosphere will mirror the transformation, and no one will be able to deny that something unprecedented is taking place. It will be recognized not only by intuition, but by what unfolds around us. New movements in daily life, unexpected alignments, and intensified synchronicities will mark the transition. You may notice familiar patterns breaking apart, timelines shifting, or people entering and exiting your life with divine precision. The physical and the spiritual will begin to reflect each other more clearly than ever before. Your surroundings may feel unfamiliar, not in a fearful way, but in a way that lets you know the world is beginning to mirror your soul's expansion. Dear brothers and sisters, may the peace of God fill your hearts today. I come to remind you of a profound truth. Our lives are firmly established in God's divine purpose, untouched by the fleeting worries of this world. As Scripture tells us, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap." Luke 6:38. Like the mighty oak whose roots are planted deep in rich soil, our foundation is anchored in God's eternal truth. Every move we make, every stand we take, is upheld by His enduring strength. Today, you have the opportunity to participate in this divine blessing. By clicking the Super Thank You button and offering a gift of $50, you will sow into a harvest that will return to you many times over in God's abundant grace. Internally, your compass will begin to stabilize around divine direction. What once brought confusion will now bring certainty. Choices will feel clearer. Discernment will sharpen. These are confirmations, not imagined, but divinely timed affirmations that the change has begun. The transformation is not distant. It is unfolding in real time, both within and around you. And when it happens, you won't question it. You'll feel it in your bones. You'll know you were made for this exact hour, and everything will point toward the truth that you are not watching the shift. You are part of it. You are not here by accident. If something within you has been stirring, calling you to focus, to cleanse, to prepare, it's because the moment you were created for is drawing closer. This shift won't arrive in silence. When it begins, the change will be unmistakable. You'll feel it in your chest before you see it with your eyes. Everything around you will feel altered, your thoughts clearer, your connections shifting, your inner compass locking on to something greater than logic can explain. This isn't imagination. It's divine alignment, sharpening into form. The atmosphere will feel charged. Some people will move closer, drawn by resonance. Others will drift, no longer aligned with your evolution. Your awareness will heighten. Distractions will fall away. What once confused you will now feel obvious. This is how it starts. Not with thunder, but with unmistakable clarity. It's the moment the veil lifts, and everything that once felt distant now stands within reach. Even if the world outside appears chaotic, you'll know peace inside. A grounded stillness that affirms you are exactly where you're meant to be. That peace won't be shallow. It will anchor you through uncertainty, acting as your guidepost while the outer systems realign. Recognizing this shift is the doorway to transformation. Embracing it is the key that unlocks the next phase of your divine journey. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. This isn't the time for hesitation or halfway devotion. The realignment is coming whether you're ready or not, and preparation is what separates collapse from elevation. To move with the current rather than be swept by it, you must build from within. Strength, discernment, and spiritual sensitivity will become your tools, earned through quiet devotion and consistent inner work. Readiness is not about fearing the unknown. It's about staying charged with purpose. It's being spiritually alert, deeply rooted in higher wisdom, and willing to move when prompted. There will be many voices competing for your focus, but clarity will only come to those who remain grounded. This is about refining your awareness so that when the moment arrives, you respond with power, not panic. Those who delay their preparation may feel displaced, unable to interpret what's unfolding. The pace of change will expose what hasn't been strengthened. Many will feel like they're losing control, not realizing they're being called to surrender it. The disconnection they experience isn't punishment. It's a wake-up call to realign before it's too late. While some rise into alignment, others may face confusion, emotional turbulence, or an inner sense of being out of place. But even in this, there is grace. The door never shuts. The invitation never expires. Those who feel shaken can still respond. They can still return. They can still prepare. But the time to act is now. The moment is near, and readiness is no longer optional. It's essential. Even in moments where distance has grown between you and your calling, the invitation to return still stands. Grace does not withdraw. It waits. The shift ahead is not just a collapse of what no longer serves, but an unveiling of what's been hidden inside you all along. Those who feel behind are not disqualified. They are simply being awakened. All it takes is a decision to respond, to lean in, to reconnect. What matters now is what you choose from this moment forward. In this transformation, those who've remained spiritually engaged will not merely withstand the change, they will advance through it. This isn't a time of spiritual survival, it's a time of emergence. The veil that once obscured your purpose is lifting. Paths that once felt blocked will begin to open with new clarity. Where there was hesitation, there will be conviction. Doors once closed will begin to move. What was once out of reach will shift into view. But this rising isn't about status or surface. It's about spiritual maturity. It's about recognizing that your true power has always come from alignment, from obedience to a higher rhythm that doesn't answer to external pressure. In this season, victory won't be defined by outward gain, but by inner sovereignty, by your ability to remain anchored while the landscape redefines itself. Those who are ready will illuminate the way for others. Their presence will calm storms, not by force, but by resonance. This divine shift isn't meant to silence you. It's meant to activate your influence. Through it, you'll uncover strengths that have been sleeping and access depths of courage that were once dormant. You're not being asked to survive this moment. You're being summoned to lead through it. As the shift intensifies, spiritual protection is not optional. It's essential. This isn't about bracing against attack, but staying in alignment with divine order. Internal clarity is your compass. Protecting your energy means becoming deeply selective with where your attention flows, what voices you follow, and what thoughts you allow to grow. It's about curating your inner space to hold sacred fire. This isn't a warning rooted in fear. It's wisdom wrapped in responsibility. Staying spiritually strong requires consistent refinement, tuning into truth, releasing the noise, staying rooted in communion with the source. Distractions will increase, not to tempt you, but to test your focus. Your ability to rise depends on your ability to remain aligned. Those who are guarded in spirit will rise, not because chaos disappears, but because they no longer move according to its rhythm. With protection in place, you won't just witness the shift, you'll embody its purpose. You'll walk through it with presence and power, grounded in vision and fueled by divine intention. This is your season to step fully into what you are always meant to become. There are those who have been sensing the pressure building, the quiet invitation to go deeper, to cleanse, to strip away everything that doesn't reflect truth. If you are among them, understand this. The transformation ahead will amplify your spirit in ways you have not yet imagined. What is being removed from your path is not loss. It is space being made for a deeper clarity, a fuller connection, a new strength that can only rise once the weight of the old has been released. As you yield to this purging process, you'll find yourself moving into a dimension of spiritual clarity that redefines your inner world. This won't just be a shift, it will be a revealing. Parts of you long buried will rise with new authority. Insights will surface. Strengths once dormant will awaken. The unfolding ahead is not just about refinement, it's about release. You are being prepared not to endure, but to embody power that comes only through alignment. The inner transformation is not meant to restrain you, it's meant to elevate you beyond previous limitations. This is a calling to rise, to recalibrate, and to participate in a greater movement of healing that is now touching the world. This isn't some unpredictable occurrence, it's an intentional restoration of balance. For too long, the spiritual rhythm of humanity has been drowned in noise, ambition, and detachment. This misalignment has created a break between humanity and the divine pattern. The current moment is not punishment, it's correction born of mercy. A sacred shift is being activated to restore what has been forgotten. What's happening is not random. It is a precise and loving return to source, designed not to strip you of identity, but to restore it to its highest expression. The separation, the unrest, the inner tension you felt, none of it was ever meant to be permanent. This sacred intervention is peeling back everything false so that what is real can finally rise and take its place. Now is the moment to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. With a donation of $100 or more, you can actively participate in His divine mission and contribute to His greater plan. Every offering you make reflects the boundless generosity of God, and I trust it will return to you abundantly, far exceeding your hopes. Always remember, His protection and blessing accompany your every step and every act of giving. You are a vital part of His sacred design. You are strong and radiant, steadfast like His mighty rock. Experience God's miracles. Feel the rewards of your generosity deep within your soul, and shine your light with boldness and faith. May you be richly blessed, and may the light of the Lord continually guide your journey. But don't expect the change to feel soft. With deep transformation comes disruption. The shift may feel disorienting at first because it's personal. While it touches the collective, its purpose is individual. The deeper truth is that this reset was never just for the world, it was for you. It was always meant to awaken what you didn't even know you were carrying. You are being drawn into a higher version of yourself, one purified by intention and aligned with divine flow. Even though the process is universal, the path through it is unique for each soul. Some will feel an immediate surge of purpose. Others will move more slowly, unraveling layer by layer. But all are being invited to participate in this restoration. No one is excluded from the call to rise. Only those who choose not to listen will delay their own unfolding. For those who have been walking in spiritual sensitivity, this is not a time to observe. It is a time to step forward. This isn't just a season of noticing signs, it's a moment to say yes to deeper purpose, to respond with focus, to shed what's stale and welcome the new breath of divine movement. You've felt it building. Now is the time to walk in it. Let go of what has drained your spirit. Clear space for what is sacred. Prepare your soul not to survive the shift, but to lead within it. Those walking this sacred path have not arrived by chance. They've been forged through quiet obedience and steady devotion. Real spiritual alignment takes intentionality. It's built over time through inner discipline, silent trust, and the decision to surrender when it's easier to resist. This preparation isn't just to feel close to the divine, it's shaping you for a greater moment that is about to unfold. A shift is approaching that won't just reshape the world, it will reveal what's anchored inside you. As this moment nears, a deeper awareness will begin to awaken within the prepared. Insight will sharpen. Purpose will no longer feel abstract. Strength will emerge, not from noise, but from stillness. Those who've chosen to walk in alignment will move with confidence, even while everything around them begins to rearrange. They won't be shaken. They'll be summoned into greater impact. This moment will ask you one question. Is your foundation ready? This is not merely an external change. It is a refining of everything you claim to believe. It will uncover whether your commitment was conditional or unwavering, whether your strength was performative or rooted, whether you can stand in peace while the world forgets stillness. The invitation is clear. Be one who moves with intention, while others are moved by chaos. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Spiritual preparation is not about perfection. It's about awareness and connection. The ones who've cultivated a life of prayer, inner clarity, and spiritual discernment will not only remain steady, they will rise into roles they were born for. Their faith will not be shaken, it will be activated. They will recognize what's happening and move with grace, while others scramble to understand the shift.